Title: I got back from my run and saw my daughter's boyfriend's car outside. As I got closer, I heard him on the phone saying, "Bro, you won't believe it. I drilled both of them at once and filmed it. Craziest thing ever." I was shocked and slammed. Start: I was dripping sweat when I turned the corner and saw it, his car, parked right outside my house like it belonged there. I slowed my stride, pulling my headphones out. That's when I heard him, leaning against his car, phone pressed to his ear, laughing. His words sliced through me. "Bro, you won't believe it. I drilled both of them at once and filmed it. Craziest thing ever." I froze. For a moment, the world narrowed to just his voice. My stomach clenched, my legs stiffened. He was talking about them, my daughter, my wife. Rage surged like fire in my veins. I closed the distance and slammed him against the car before he even registered me. His phone slipped, his eyes widened. "Show me," he stammered, but I pressed harder, my forearm against his throat. His fingers fumbled with the screen. Then the video lit up. I saw enough: my daughter's face, my wife's body, laughter, moans. My world splintered. I didn't scream. I didn't strike. I just stepped back. My silence scared him more than any threat. I turned, walked inside. My pulse drummed in my ears. I sat in the dark for hours that night. No tears, no shouting, just stillness. I thought about my daughter's first steps, how she ran into my arms, how my wife once whispered that I was her only anchor. I remembered family dinners filled with laughter, vacations where we looked like a picture of love. And now, all of it rotted. Betrayal had been living under my roof, breathing the same air, smiling across the same table. I realized something. Pain is sharp, but silence is sharper. The next morning, I made my first call, not to confront, not to beg, to a lawyer. For a week, I became a ghost in my own home. I smiled when spoken to. I kissed my wife goodnight. I nodded when my daughter came in late, smelling of him. But I watched, and I collected 2 toothbrushes, a hair from the bathroom sink, a glass my wife left on the counter, quietly bagged, labeled, stored. And then, confirmation. 2 tests, positive. 1 tucked inside my daughter's bathroom cabinet, 1 in my wife's drawer. The house smelled of deception. At dinner that night, my wife leaned forward, her hand grazing mine. Her eyes sparkled with a lie polished into perfection. "Honey," she whispered, "we're having a baby." I looked up at her, at my daughter across the table. She couldn't even meet my gaze. Inside, I was fire. Outside, I was stone. "Congratulations," I said softly, cutting my steak. The next days were precise, calculated. Bank accounts quietly transferred. Joint assets frozen with a single signature. My lawyer lined every piece like chess on a board. Prenuptial loopholes she never bothered to read. Custody clauses she thought irrelevant. Meanwhile, I obtained the video. Not from him, he was too reckless. A cloud backup he forgot existed. I downloaded every second. My lawyer smiled when I slid the USB across his desk. "This," he said, "will end them." But I wasn't finished. Evidence without timing is nothing. I needed an audience. A week later, I invited family and close friends for dinner. A casual gathering, celebrating good news. They arrived, laughing, drinking, clinking glasses. My wife wore her favorite dress, glowing with a lie she thought she owned. My daughter clung to her boyfriend's arm, oblivious to the storm I'd set in motion. I stood at the head of the table. Before dessert, I said calmly, "There's something I'd like to share." I pressed play on the TV. The room fell silent. Gasps, stares. My wife's fork clattered against her plate. My daughter's face drained of color. The boyfriend shifted, sweat dripping down his temple. Every sound, every laugh from that cursed video filled the room like poison. I didn't look away. I made them watch. When the screen went black, silence held the table hostage. Then I placed a stack of papers on the table. Divorce documents, custody claims, financial transfers, irrefutable evidence. "You've all built a little world behind my back," I said evenly. "Now it collapses." My wife's lips trembled. "Please." I raised my hand. Save it. You chose your partner. You chose your shame. Tonight, everyone sees it. My daughter sobbed, her mascara running. The boyfriend couldn't meet my eyes. He knew he'd walked into a trap. I stood, calm, unshaken. Dinner's over. That night, they packed bags in silence. She begged once more, her voice hoarse. My daughter hid in her room. He slipped away like a rat, but his reputation wouldn't. The video had already made its way to the right people. His life, his career, his family's respect, all gone. I watched them leave, carrying pieces of a broken kingdom. The house was quiet again. People say revenge is hollow. They're wrong. Revenge is justice sculpted with patience. It doesn't heal wounds, but it cauterizes them. I lost a wife. I lost a daughter. But I also shed every illusion they wrapped me in. Now, when I run past that street corner, I no longer see his car. I hear only my own breath, steady, strong. I am not broken. I am free.